This is a Grand Rising Report from me, T, from the palace, taking the train to Tibet. Yes, it's a Grand Rising Report. That's right. Oh, got my green side on. Possibly because I got more green in my thing. I like my green side. Oh, it's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday morning, Grand Rising Report. Tuesday morning, Grand Rising. You know, we don't mourn, we rise. You know, we grand rise. Anyway, so one of my peoples, I had said something and he said something back, and then I had said something and he said, "Oh, excuse me, but it's hard to keep up with you because you're a turbo poster." A turbo poster means I post a lot on the I understand, but you're not supposed to. First of all, you're not supposed to read everything I post. You're supposed to look at the headlines and say, "Oh, that's not interesting," or whatever. The pictures, you just go real quick, right? That's the first thing. And two things. There's several things here. Remember, we have the Grand Rising Report, right? Then you also have the foodie thing that I'm doing. Sometimes you see the breaking the fast food. Sometimes the smooth, whatever. It's just foodie report. That's different, right? And the foodie reports, those are small. Those are like less than a minute, whatever. You know, maybe a few. It's all right. And of course, and the other things when I give see something out, they'll be short, right? The only two long ones are the Grand Rising Report and the tirades at the end of the day. You know, those are predicate. See? So you're not supposed to be, hey, you know, some people say, "Oh, I can't open this." Well, it's because you ain't got Instagram, and I have to remember that. I say, well, then what it's still on Instagram, isn't it? No. Then you should go to my YouTube. Anyway, something happens. We'll forget all that stuff. But here's the thing. Okay. Oh, I've been having a ball because, as I said, I think I said it many times. I'm gonna say it again. I have my little bookie here now. I'm starting to make notes more in my book, and I find out that I'm a Vishwakarma in the Hindu culture. I'm a Vishwakarma. I'm under Vishwakarma. You know, like and under what do you call it? Under Yoruba religion, I'm Ogun. You know, Santeria, Ogun. What's the other one? The Brazilian one, the Candomblé. I'm Ogun. You see it saying that? Under Chinese system, I'm a tiger, or metal tiger, if you will. So you got to be specific about these things. Under astrology, I'm like a Cancer with a Scorpio decant, whatever, also, or Cancer with Sagittarius rising, and a Pisces moon. A Pisces moon always messes me up. Anyway, you see that under the American Indian thing, I'm a woodpecker. You know, I look at different cultures. You know, Mayan system, a white world bridger. You see, you find out about yourself. That's the point. And each thing either, well, it sort of shapes you. Like let's stay with Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma. Now that's the reason why it relates to Ogun. Vishwakarma is like the craftsman, the architect for the universal architect, right? In fact, let me just read them. The architect, the warrior. See, he's divine architect and craftsman. That's the first thing that was one of the things they say about him, right? He's associated with war and protection. You see, he's depicted as a skilled warrior architect. Architect like that. So you see how architect is in there, but a lot of people don't know. People say, I know about Europe, but they always say I'm Shango, I'm Obatala, whatever they're saying, right? And the popular one is Ogun. I'm Ogun. See, but what people say about Ogun, he's the warrior, yeah, and because he deals with the blade, with iron, whatever have you. He also he's in medicine. You see, people understand because surgical things and stuff like that. But the third one that they don't talk about is the architect. You see, so when I deal with with the ritual with the Hindu, the architect is more prominent. You see, so but I always make the architect in what architectural aspect, and we'll go more prominent, only because well, even if I'm a warrior, I'm sort of I was a medic in the service, so go figure. My point is this, right? When you look at all the metal tiger, that's very important. Tiger's a solitary animal. It's still a hood. It's one of the baddest animals on the planet. You know what I mean? You see, it's different. Woodpecker, look, tenacious. Oh, I'm tenacious. I can tell you one thing. I am tenacious. See what I'm saying? White world bridge are bringing disparate things together. You know, those kind of things. It matters. So in every culture, I try to find out what I is, and okay. One of the things is, plus you should know about yourself anyway. Now, one of the things I know about myself. See, when I started writing, I can tell you my first real, if you want to call it, poem was in 1971. I was in the Air Force. There was a thing happening. I basically wrote this letter. This 3-stanza letter. And I wrote three letters, three things at the end of it, right? But I was inspired to write poetry by Laura Nero, the call her folk singer or whatever. I call them people like that troubadours, right? And I saw her at Fillmore East. You know, I was always into Laura Nero. I mean, when it first came out, Eli and the 13th Confession, all that stuff. I love me some Laura Nero. She was kind of like a hippie, dippy, you know. She was kind of a friend to Patti LaBelle, you know. The point is, right, she inspired me to write poetry, my thinking, my whatever, like that. So anybody can inspire you. I don't inspire you, so we don't know. I said, inspire you. But now, so one of the things I started writing poetry was because I can't spell. Well, I couldn't spell. So I wanted to do that. So even in writing poetry, remember that first poem was a letter. It was a sort of, it was a letter. It addressed a wrong that was being done on the Air Force Base. And it sort of got up the chain of command, and it caused a thing, and it saved somebody's. Well, we won't get into that. Anyway, so that was the effect, writing. So, but because I was writing, I started really writing poetry to learn more about spelling. But also, I respect the poetry form. So the poetry form, to me, I'm not saying you have these people, they memorize the poem and they did it. Now, remember, I was in theater, so I can memorize whatever. But I'm going like, no, this is poetry. I want to read off the page. This is as a poet, read off the page. If I'm an actor, I'll be acting. If I'm an extemporaneous speaker, then I extemporaneously speak. You know, taking a speech like that. In fact, I don't. This is interesting because I don't really like to write out a speech. I don't like to do that. You know what I mean? I very rarely even have bullet points. I just be talking. You see? So everything has this little, whatever it is. Now, having said that, like I said, because of that, I'm more of a wordsmith. I consider myself more of a wordsmith than a poet. And there's sort of poetic forms that I use. And I'm a playwright. Oh, I'm a good playwright. But even in playwriting, I did my own plays like that. But even in playwriting, my real strength is adapting. I'm a good adapter. If there's a thing in Hollywood they call it's in theater. It's you're a play doctor. You know what I mean? You see something, you look at something, they say, no, you gotta punch this up for us or something like that. And I can really punch something up for people. I don't do that. I mean, I'm not into whatever. I'm not do that. But one of the things I do, I can't read. When I say I can't read a lot. I can't read. When I say I can read, but it has to become almost like a performance. Then I got to cross the boundary and start memorizing. I don't want to memorize. So, for instance, right now we're in the middle of, in a couple more days it'll be the end of the 9 nights cycle or whatever for the passing of Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., who passed on the 4th of February, like last Tuesday, I guess it was, and so there's a thing in primal cultures of 9 nights. Well, I got it from Belize when I was traveling to Belize, and so I've been reading almost every. Did I do this? Yeah, almost every day I read the poem, the Quintava, um, um, that, that I wrote, which was a 49 word poem. There's 7 lines in the poem. There's 7 words to a line. No word more than 7 letters. I even read it up at Johnny's, in front of a live audience, right? But the thing is, I'm figuring out. Here's what I'm figuring, right? I say I should read every day to make sure I get it right here. I got the original. I say usually I write the original, then I write it out. Straight right there, I write it out, and I type it into my phone, and eventually, I don't know, eventually, no, I type it into my phone. Yeah, then I type it up. It gets published. It gets internet published, right? So I'm going to read it once again because I have to practice reading off the page, reading the poem. Right? So there you go. This is the name of the poem. The name is not here because this was the first draft, and then I decided to name it. It's called, the poem's called Here, H-E-A-R, Here to Teach. You're here to teach. You can figure it out. And it's Gonzalo and it says Gonzalo for a master teacher, Mr. Dilly Fuller Jr. Okay, that's the subtitle right here. And this is the poem. To diverse in the plenty was he, teacher of the many his task be, known to some, introed to us all, the grand man of our master class, became the sturdy steady to prevent chaos. With written to the vocal, so needed toward our final freeing as human beings. See, that's it. Oh, got a little bit better that time. Hey, maybe by Thursday, I'll have the poem somehow communicated, so people were, I don't know. Okay, that's it. And I actually write for myself. I like this, these posts here, by the way. This is like what it is. It's a memoir, of my travails on the planet. See, that's what it is. So that's what I do. Okay. So this has been I should say some other things about the report because the report, the Grand Rising report is supposed to report on things that just happened or that's going to happen and stuff like that. But I think this is a Tuesday, so I'll be talking about U.S. things today. So I'll not deal with I'll talk more about U.S. today, but talk about poetry and writing. Of course, I got to watch the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. There was other stuff happening. They were singing the regular thing. This like America the Beautiful song was sung in the beginning. Maybe I'll cite that woman's name. Right? The America the Beautiful should be, if you want to replace things, hey, Donna, you want to replace it? America the Beautiful should be the song. It was written by a female poet, right? It was popularized by a black cat, Brother Ray Charles. So it's more, and it's not a military, it's not a drinking song like Star Spangled Banner, blah blah blah. And Star Spangled Banner was done by Jean-Baptiste Nons, right? And somebody else did. Lettucey did Lift Every Voice and Sing. She was good. I know Lettucey came across her back in the '90s because I was, Lace knows Lettucey. Anyway, that's not the point. So a lot of things happen, but what Kendrick Lamar did was really, you got it. That's what you're supposed to do. After you see the poem, after you see the song, whatever, then you're supposed to break it down. Some people have been breaking it down. It's heavy. It's heavy, 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 heavy. I particularly like Uncle Sam. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. See you.